never go into a puja room, into a private chapel. Never go to the seat of meditation in your house. Never. Why? If you go, you will be only creating suppression of the mind. Why? Your mind is perpetually outside here, not available even for a moment. So why go and waste yourself and exhaust yourself? Then Swamiji, what about my spiritual? Roll up your sleeves, tuck up your pant, tighten your belt, and early morning after breakfast, run to the field of your work. Since your mind is constantly there, why do you want to come to the puja room and turn the mind into the Narayana? Not necessary. You go to the field where the mind is and bring Narayana to where your mind is. If you can't, if Muhammad cannot go to the mount, then the mount must come to Muhammad. Simple. So if your mind is not going to God, never mind. Bring God to your mind. Engage yourself in activity in the outer world where the mind is. Do all your activities as your worship of Him. Naturally, you remember the family at all times. If you go to the puja room, the mind runs to the fields of your work. Therefore, you go to the field of work and call Narayana there. Have you seen the PWD workers? The poor lady, worker, and she is married. She has to deliver child. And having delivered the child, 7 days, 6 days, he remains at home. But she can't continuously remain there for 3 months, 4 months. They have to go and work. You can't keep the child inside the room and lock it. It has to be fed every 2.5 to 3 hours. Now what to do? They bring the child to the work spot, tie a sari on a branch, and make the child sleep in it. And the woman is working, carrying mud or whatever it is working. All the time, a part of her mind is in that cradle where my baby is. The moment the baby moves a little, she puts the pot down and she runs, taking the baby. The baby is wet, dried up, clothes are changed, fed, and then in the same way. If your mind doesn't go to God, bring God, call Him on long distance phone Him up. Come and accompany me in my work. That is to say, let the hands and legs work and you sweat. But while sweating, always remember that it is all for Him. Without His grace, I will not be able to do anything. The field that is given to Him, comfortable or not comfortable, happy or unhappy, the situation also is given by Him. He is the one who provides the environment, the macrocosm, and the microcosm also is inherent in every one of us. For Him only I am doing all the work. He Himself is the doer. I am not the doer. I am nimitta matram bhava savyasajin. When this knowledge is there, you work anywhere. Where are you? When are you away from Him? Which wave is away from the ocean? When can I go away from Him? So when I am working, my mind is not available. Okay, I start remembering Him while working. By thus doing all your activities for Him, not I, not me, not me, Thy will, Thy will, Thy will be done. Even with that way, when you work, you are working in the world outside, fulfilling your duties in the world, but without ego and egocentric desires. Therefore, existing vasanas get exhausted. No new vasanas are created. The pressure of vasana on M&I reduced. M&I's dissipation into the world outside curtailed. The mind becomes quieter. Quieter the mind, greater the contemplation. Through contemplation, you reach siddhi, you reach the achievement of the higher. Through karma yoga, you can reach there.